Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Doing Far More show. My name is Mrs. Donna Marshall Payne, but I'm better known as Mrs. Donna, and I'm your host. We are so glad that you decided to join us today, where we try to educate, empower, and inspire others to do far more in life. And today we're going to do just that. You know, on the show, I try to bring awareness and educate people on different things in life, whether it's entrepreneurship, where it's medical issues in life, or it's just everyday issues of life. But today, we're going to focus on something that's very, very dear to my heart because I'm bringing on a very special guest today. Ms. Hailey Fields will be joining us to bring awareness and educate people more about sickle cell disease. Welcome, Ms. Hailey. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Wonderful. Thank you for coming on the show once again.
Thank you.
Yes, Ms. Hailey is the CEO, and she is an entrepreneur, which we actually call kidpreneurs because you're actually starting high school soon,
Yes.
aren't you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a model and an actress. I modeled in New York Fashion Week.
New York Fashion Week.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been in a movie called Free State of Jones with Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
I was a slave in the movie.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, we were in a classroom set.
Okay.
Yes, and also did academy, sports and outdoors. I modeled all over the East Coast also and act all over the East Coast. More other stuff, did other commercials.
And how old are you?
Only 13.
Wow, 13, y'all. What have I been doing all my life? Okay. So actually, before we get into the sickle cell awareness, tell me a little bit about Hailey's Kisses, because you're actually the CEO and boss of
Yes.
that as well, right?
Yes, Hailey Kisses has different lip glosses, luminous glosses, liquid lipsticks, matte liquid lipstick, metallic matte liquid lipstick, mood lipsticks.
Wow. So I have one of my favorites, which is Drama Queen, correct?
Yes.
Hailey has blessed me with the lip gloss of Drama Queen, so you better check it out, guys. All right, on top of Hailey's Kisses, you also have a nonprofit organization.
Yes.
It's called Covered by the Blood, correct? Ink. Covered by the Blood Ink, y'all. Okay. Tell me a little bit about Covered by the Blood.
Covered by the Blood is to increase the awareness of sickle cell because not a lot of people know what sickle cell is.
And I didn't as well until I met you.
Yes, so I'm just going around doing blood drives, trying to tell people what sickle cell is because it affects the Black community the most. And we don't know what sickle cell is, and you don't want to have a baby that's sick going to the hospital every day. So I'm just trying to financial people, like with money and stuff. That's why I have my blood drives and have people to donate.
Okay. Well, tell me exactly, what is sickle cell?
Sickle cell is a blood disorder. So when your cells are like crescents, because ours are like just like circle and oval,
Okay.
and it can't really go through your thing, and that's carrying your oxygen, so you can get blood clots in your. My grandmother had sickle cell, and her ankles used to swell up because she wouldn't have it down there. It would be all stick together and clumped up. You won't get any oxygen or blood going down that way. So we would just have sickle cell crisis and stuff. So that's pretty much the rundown of what sickle cell is.
Okay, wonderful. So what inspired you then? I heard you say your grandmother had
Yes.
sickle cell, so obviously it kind of runs in your family. But what inspired you to begin Covered by the Blood?
It was of my grandmother because I see the struggles that she go through every day going in and out of hospital and stuff. But she got my grandpa there with her, so they have no financial situation. But sorry. But other people that don't have a spouse with them or someone that helped them through it have to go to the hospital. Then you lose your job, and then you don't have any money going through it, and then you need to find blood matches and stuff. So that's why I'm getting more people to donate and give blood, because if you don't have the blood match, then you won't be able to get a blood transfusion, and then what happens next? You won't be able to. I guess you will die eventually.
I see. And you lost your grandmother just last year, did you not?
Yes, December.
It's amazing what you're telling me, because I too and my family have had someone very close to me deal with blood clots. And we are not aware as a community of what sickle cell disease is. And you've kind of explained it very well. And I understand there are financial strains that come about when you have to go to the hospital and you're unable to work and do things like that. So I appreciate you bringing awareness to that as well. We're going to come back and talk a little bit more with Miss Hailey Fields and educate you a little bit more on what sickle cell is. And we're going to find out what she's doing in the community to bring more awareness to sickle cell. I am Miss Donna. You're on Iconic Television, and we'll be right back to do far more with you. Welcome back to the Doing Far More show. I am Mrs. Donna, your host. We are bringing awareness and talking about something that's very serious in our community meaning the African American community. However, it affects so many other communities as well. And we have the beautiful Miss Hailey Fields with us from Covered by the Blood, Inc. Yes, indeed. So we're going to give you a few facts, things that you may not know because Miss Donna didn't know. Miss Hailey has taught me quite a bit about sickle cell disease over the last several weeks, and I've done some research myself. So Miss Hailey, give us a few facts about the sickle cell disease.
So out of 365 births, at least one baby has sickle cell.
Wow, did y'all hear that? 1 out of 365 births has sickle cell disease, correct?
Yes.
Not the trait.
No. But out of 13 births, at least one baby has the trait.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So your grandmother had sickle cell disease.
Yes.
Which means your mother.
She had the trait.
Wow. Do you?
No, but if my dad had the trait, then I would have sickle cell, the disease.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's interesting. You know, Ms. Donna pulled up some information as well that really was shocking to me. Again, educating, giving facts. The sickle cell trait is an inherited blood disorder that affects 1 million to 3 million Americans, and 8 to 10% are African Americans. Did y'all know that? Also, sickle cell trait can also affect Hispanics, South Asians, Caucasians from Southern Europe, and people from Middle Eastern countries, and more than 100 people worldwide has sickle cell trait. That's amazing to me. Lack of knowledge, but that's why you're here to give us more knowledge about this.
Yes.
Wow. And next month is September.
Yes.
I'm sorry, cut. So Miss Hailey, you've made me aware that September
8th.
is what?
We're going to be having a walk. Well, we're not going to be having it. The Sickle Cell of Houston will be having a walk, but Covered by the Blood will be there. And to sign up, you can go to sicklecellofhouston.org. You can go on my Instagram and see all the information.
Okay, so what she just said is very critical. September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month.
Yes.
And there is a walk here in Houston that will be taking place on the 8th of September?
Yes.
Wow, and if you want to sign up, definitely go to Miss Hailey's page. And what is your page on Instagram again?
Hailey Kisses, Hiley, Kisses, Kisses.
All right, and you can sign up and register there and or Houston?
You can go on houstonofsicklecell.org.
houstonofsicklecell.org to sign up to walk with her. I'm going to be walking with you as well with Covered by the Blood on the 8th of September. I think that's wonderful. What other facts or anything else that you would share with us about sickle cell, or what would you like to see happen?
I like to see happen that more people take an interest in learning what sickle cell is, or trying to see like more doctors trying to find cures about sickle cell, or just seeing people that know what sickle cell is. So I'm trying to bring more awareness to it.
Okay, awesome, awesome. There's a lot of information on the internet that you can find out about. You can also ask your doctors. You know, just getting checkups is so important, so important. I've learned that recently that, you know, if you don't know, then you can't prevent or stop things from happening. Like Hailey's grandmother, who, as she said, was carrying the disease all this time, she had support around her. So just because you find out something detrimental doesn't mean that it's the end all. You just find a supporting system, whether it's your family, friends, church members, or whatever it takes, to make sure that you are aware of things like this sickle cell. Because again, people die from this every day. And you don't want to lose the ones that you love behind something that you're not educated about. So I really appreciate you coming on the show and sharing this information with us. It has been just wonderful learning from a 13-year-old, y'all. You know, things that I didn't know, and I'm almost 50. So I'm very blessed to have you on the show to express this about sickle cell awareness and educating others about wanting to do far more and actually do something to try to bring more awareness to the disease. We're actually going to take a commercial and we're going to come back with Miss Hailey and do far more and educate you a little bit more about sickle cell. And we're going to remind you again where to sign up so you can come and walk with Covered by the Blood on the 8th of September to bring more awareness to sickle cell. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back shortly on iconic television, Miss Donna and Doing Far More. Hello and welcome back to the Doing Far More show. I am your host, Mrs. Donna, and I'm here with the CEO and founder of the nonprofit organization Covered by the Blood, Inc.,
Yes.
with Mrs. Hailey Fields. We have been talking today and discussing sickle cell, which is just a very bad disease that not necessarily has a cure. But we were talking during break and you were sharing with me about your grandmother a little bit more and her doctor. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, there was no cure for sickle cell, so when I was interviewing actually her doctor, they were talking about there was a treatment, but my grandmother was too old to take it. It was bone marrow. She was
Okay.
too old, but a younger, like way younger, would be able to take it. So it was really no cure for her. It's not really no cure, but it's a treatment where people can take it, and I guess they can be cured. But she couldn't be cured because how old she was.
Which is amazing, which you're
Yes.
telling me that anyone can get sickle cell. You can be born with it. Therefore,
Yeah,
as young as an infant baby.
yeah, because she was 6 months.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's amazing. So that lets me know that, yes, we definitely need to do far more. Doctors need to do far more and try to find a cure for this disease and try to help those that are out there that are just struggling and in so much pain and going through so much with their families because of no cure. So anything else you'd like to share with the world about Covered by the Blood?
Go on my website actually and see all the stuff that I'm doing. You can see all the blood drives, and my website is www.coveredbythebloodinc.org.
Y'all got that right. Ink. Covered by the Blood.
Yeah.
Ink.
The ink in it doesn't come up.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Miss
Thank
Hailey,
you.
for coming on and sharing your story about your grandmother, your mother, and Covered by the Blood Inc. is
Yes.
doing far more. Make sure you go register online with Houston
Sickle cell.
HoustonSickleCell.org, correct? And then go on Hailey's Instagram page and register to walk with her, Covered by the Blood, on September the 8th. Miss Donna will be there as well. And we try to find and promote and educate and bring awareness to those out there about sickle cell awareness. Thank you so much for coming on, Miss
Thank
Hailey.
you.
And as we bring the show to a close, I want to talk a little bit more about doing far more. Just like we had the fantastic guest here today, Miss Hailey Fields, and all the other guests that we have had along the way, we're still looking for more guests like you. Someone that can come on and touch and inspire and educate others to do far more. We like bringing awareness to different types of issues in the community. Illnesses, and bringing awareness to all things that are important to you and me. So get in touch with us. Follow us on our business Facebook page, which is Doing Far More LLC, and also follow us on Instagram at Doing Far More 1. We even have a blog page, y'all. Check it out. You can see it on our Instagram page. See what we're doing out there in the community and how we're trying to do far more in our communities as well. Also remember sponsorship. Sponsorship is so important, y'all. I wanted to thank Miss Hailey Fields as well, and I didn't get an opportunity, but thank you, Miss Hailey Fields from Covered by the Blood Inc. and Hailey Kisses for being a sponsor of the Doing Far More show. We have so many other wonderful sponsors just like her that are doing far more. So what are you doing? Are you doing far more? Reach out to us. Email us at info@doingfarmore.com if you would like to be a guest or if you would like to be a sponsor. And thank you for joining us in Doing Far More. I am your host, Mrs. Donna Marshall Payne, better known as Miss Donna, the CEO of Doing Far More LLC. And we'd like to see you next time where we can do far more together. And I want to thank our special guest again, Miss Hailey Fields of Hailey Kisses and Covered by the Blood Inc. And thank her again for being a sponsor. We'll see you next time on Iconic Television.